Here's Pastor Josh. Josh has been wondering what's the best way to stay in touch with his congregation. In the past, it's always been the church bulletin, but does that work in today's electronic society? Should he use Facebook? What about Twitter? Does that work? Instagram? I don't think that's going to work for everything. What about good old-fashioned email? So Josh said, what are some of the criteria that we need to have as we move forward? First of all, what do we need to communicate? And what platforms should we use? And finally, what's it going to cost for all of this? So first of all, what to communicate? Prayer and other requests? Events? Some last-minute changes? Congregation information? What about giving? Well, if it's going to be electronic, what platform should we use? Do we use mobile, such as Apple, Android, and Windows? What about tablets, or even PCs, like Mac and Windows? Well, Apps went out and did some research. He found out that currently, over 75% of all internet access is done on mobile devices. And of that internet access that's done on mobile devices, between 85 and 90% are actually what they call app impressions, not web impressions, such as done from a browser like Chrome or Safari. But when Josh went to go out and start looking at prices, he found out the prices just for initial development to be from 6, 7, 10,000 plus, let alone the cost of maintenance and ongoing support. What was he to do? Well, today's online church came to the rescue for Josh. Using their new HTML5 web application. Let's see how that works. Today, we would like to show you how one church has solved the communication issue by leveraging a unique app. In fact, this year, for the very first time, church communication was not listed in the top 10 issues to be discussed by the leaders at their annual retreat. Now, please note while watching this video that any of the graphic images, colors, themes, logos, menus, and other options and features can be fully customized to your church and its needs. The ones presented here were specific to Homefront Church in Granville, Michigan. Our web app acts just like a native app, except you don't have the hassle of having to download it. When the app comes up, we make it easy to contact the church by putting the phone number right on the primary screen. Instead of the old communication card, we can put a custom form directly in the app that'll allow your congregation to fill out their needs and requests and get those back to your church office as soon as possible. We also use a live button, which gives us access to online resources such as Livestream, the YouVersion Bible, or even Facebook. If your congregation is wondering when your events are happening, the Events tab brings up a list of all the current events that are happening, and by clicking on the event, you get detailed information, including things like directions, which allow your congregation to easily find your events with limited confusion. Want to make it easy for your congregation to give, especially your younger members? By using our Giving button, we can link this directly to any online giving system. If you don't have an online giving system, please feel free to contact the folks at www.continuetogive.com, as they're extremely reasonable and very responsive. Use the Find Us button and you'll get directions right to your church, including directions from where you're at in case you're lost. Has your staff ever tried keeping a church directory up and organized? As you well know, the day after you print it, everything's changed. Worry no longer. The directory can now be online with a simple click, which will allow your congregation to easily contact church staff and leaders in your church. We put the main staff directory right at the top for easy access. To use it, scroll down, click on a phone number that you want, and you can give them a call, or click on their email and bring up your mail system. This reduces your time to connect with your congregation to a fraction of what it used to be. By selecting any given directory entry, you can get detailed information about the family, including pictures, so you can see what their family looks like. If desired, you can have all of the links in the directory active and operational. How do you keep your congregation notified of last-minute changes that happen to your schedule? For example, you have a last-minute change to an event location. Have your congregation sign up to your text alerts using the unique name that we'll give you, and they'll get alerts directly from authorized individuals at your church, thereby saving countless hours of frustration when you need to get a hold of your congregation at that very last moment. We can even set up a unique text group for your young people. Finally, if you'd like to see what this is going to cost, we've included our prices directly in our demo app, so you can have instant access to our pricing. We base our pricing upon the number of families that are in your congregation, not the number of individuals. This makes it much easier to budget for. As you can see, Pastor Josh and his congregation are now happy and communicating like never before. To contact us, simply email us at info@todaysonlinechurch.org or call 616-437-7970, or finally, complete the simple form below and we'll get you more information right away. Have a blessed day.